How's it going, everybody? It's your boy Ty_Drums here, bringing you guys another episode of Wandering Alcoholics Reviews. Today we're doing another vodka to rum comparison. Last time we saw the Captain Morgan versus the Pink Whitney. This time around we're bringing the Pink Whitney back for some round two. And this time around it's going to be going up against the Bacardi Gold rum. Very, very cool stuff here. Just a quick little excuse me. breakdown, of this these two bottles here. Pink Whitney, it clocks in at 30% ABV, 60 proof, made with New Amsterdam and pink lemonade, named after Ryan Whitney and his favorite drink, New Amsterdam and pink lemonade. Ryan Whitney, former hockey player, also part of Barstool Sports Spittin' Chicklets podcast, which is why they have all this advertising on here. I read you guys the description to the Pink Whitney in the last video. If you guys want to check that out, be sure to check out that video as well. Now, we're going to go ahead and get into more on this Bacardi bottle. We reviewed this a couple days ago. This here is 40%. Establecido in 1862, Santiago de Cuba. Una empresa de la familia Bacardi. Ron Superior Carta Oro. Very, very cool stuff here on the front. There is a description on the back that will say the following. For the original Cuba Libre, Bacardi Gold is blended using rum aged between 1 and 2 years in oak barrels, then shaped through a secret blend of charcoals to craft a remarkable smooth rum character. Bacardi Gold is the basis of the original Bacardi Cuba Libre, which is a drink recipe where you fill a tall glass with plenty of cubed ice, squeeze in 2 lime wedges, add 1 part Bacardi Gold and 2 parts of your favorite cola, and stir. So that is a description for both of these here. We're going to go ahead and get right into this. Excuse me. Let's go ahead and start with the Bacardi Gold. We got plenty of this stuff here. This Bacardi Gold, even though it is in a glass jar, unlike the Captain Morgan, this one here does not have a pour spout. Instead, it's just straight in there. So, let's start things off with our first shot of the Bacardi rum. Let's go ahead and get it. Skull. Alright, there you go. This one here, really smooth. Definitely get that oaky charcoal kind of, flavor notes. Kind of like you would in a whiskey, to be quite honest. Definitely tastes like a proper, like oak barrel aged spirit, which is what I like. And a lot of times when I have these kind of oak barrel aged spirits, it's whiskey most of the time. Usually Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, in fact. For at least me, what I drink last year in 2022, the tastes are changing, folks. Getting more into the rum. I do think this is a nice, like proper, like this is rum for people that like whiskey. I'm just gonna put it that way, because it really, that's just what it reminds me of in a good way, in all good ways. I do like the oakiness, and like almost like the smokiness of the flavor as well, but it's not overly harsh. You still get pretty much just like a smooth, a bit of a biting kind of burn, but despite it being standard 40, it still has a good burn to it. I think it's more on the pleasant side as opposed to like a biting kind of just like annoying kind of drink on the way down. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and pour our Pink Whitney shot. I'm trying to make these videos a little shorter. The last one was very long. I appreciate y'all for sticking with that video there. This one we'll try and make shorter as we continue. Let's go ahead and try out the Pink Whitney next. With the Wandering Alcoholics Reviews custom shot glasses, if you guys are interested, be sure to message the page, hit us up with a comment. We'll let you know. These are about $10, and that includes the shipping, so pretty solid deal. And we'll definitely lower the price if you do get more than one of these. You get 2 for like $15. So be sure to message us. We have other designs as well for the shot glasses. Let's go ahead and drink, folks. Skull. Oh, that's good. That is easy to drink. Awesome pink lemonade flavor. New Amsterdam vodka. Damn good. I definitely will get more New Amsterdam in the future because, wow, it's incredible. And with the pink lemonade, I mean, it just goes so well together. I feel like, this is sweet enough to where you could just have this over ice and not need any other sort of mixture to go in with the cocktail. I think it's good enough on its own. And just amazing, smooth finish on this. Just makes it super delightful. Now, both of these have really good flavor components. Both of these are really pleasant to take shots of just by themselves. So we're going to go ahead and start the review process. We're going to compare based off of 3 rounds. First round is the flavor. Second round is the overall enjoyability of the shot. Like the burn, the bite, was it enjoyable to drink? And if we need to go to a third round, we will go into a third round and determine the official winner here by best 2 out of 3. So let's go ahead and get started. When it comes to the flavor of both of these, I feel like both have distinct flavor. If you're looking for a proper spirit, something with nice oaky, smoky finish, feels like you're really drinking a nice, solid whiskey, but you're drinking a rum, then go with the Bacardi. I also am curious about trying out the standard Bacardi rum and not the gold edition to see how that compares to this one. But overall, I think that the Bacardi has a really familiar and satisfying flavor. I'm going to take a little sip of that one. And almost a little bit of vanilla in there too. A lot of rum has that vanilla-ish kind of flavor. Goes in with like the oakiness. And I think it goes really well with this one. Very solid taste. But the question is, how does this compare flavor-wise to that of a pink lemonade cocktail drink here? Because, I've been critical to say, like, this is basically a mixed cocktail in a glass bottle being served to people. 30%, if it was 35, then I'd be like, yeah, this is pink lemonade vodka. But, like, it feels like they actually did put pink lemonade in here, not just the flavoring to the vodka itself. Definitely diluted it by, more than 20 proof or 10%. So, that to me is a telling sign on how this is going to go. Yeah, I think this one's an easy one. For flavor round, we're going with the pink Whitney. This just tastes like pink lemonade. It's really that good. Even with the quality flavors of the Bacardi rum, I do think that the pink lemonade, pink Whitney flavor is just that good. I think it takes the W here. Moving on to the next one here. We've got the overall enjoyability of the shot. So, when it comes to liquor, I feel like it's important that there should be a good balance when you're drinking like a shot of something neat. In my opinion, there should be a good balance of both easy drinking smoothness, but also a significant amount of either burn or bite. I'd prefer burn, like a nice slow caressing burn going down, or sometimes at the end of the shot. And this to me is like my reminder, like, hey, I'm drinking a hard alcohol right now. I'm not drinking some easy drinking stuff. It kind of helps pace yourself a little bit. So with the Bacardi, it does definitely, excuse me, hiccups are coming back at me. I feel like the Bacardi has more of a just overall hard alcohol / liquor kind of spirit kind of feel to it. I do like what burn is there when I drink this, along with the smoothness and refreshing part of the beginning of the sip. And then, it really comes into form at the end when you get, like, the rest of all the flavors just kind of coming together. So, like, I can just keep this in my mouth, get all the flavor profile notes I want, still swallow it, and just not hate myself for keeping it in my mouth for too long, It's one of those. So, I think that's really good. Overall, I would say with the pink Whitney, you're not getting as much mouthfeel with this. It's just like if you were having a mixed drink, you don't really feel the alcohol as much, nor do you taste it. Sometimes it comes up, but if you're just having this and you're just shooting it straight down, you're not even going to notice there's alcohol in here. So with that being said, I feel like I prefer the drinkability of the Bacardi Gold taking round two. You know, I feel like a shot's got to feel like a shot. That's the way I'm going to say it. And overall, this definitely is feeling like a shot more than the Pink Whitney does. And I like that with the Bacardi. Really, you know, because with the Pink Whitney, it's, to me, it's definitely on the weaker end. So it feels like just easy to just pour it into a bottle, like a glass or a cup, put ice in it, and call it a day. But when you have the Bacardi, it really kind of, it's like, yeah, this is a proper liquor. We need to put this in like a part, and then like two parts. The other thing, like it says for the Cuba Libre. Cuba Libre. I do hope I'm saying that correctly. That brings us to the final round here. What is the more enjoyable alcohol? Are we going for the easy drinking pink lemonade experience that you can get with a Pink Whitney? Or are we going with a rum that really has the good oak barrel finish, smoky kind of flavor qualities of some of my favorite whiskeys out there? It really comes down to that. And while the Captain Morgan, I think, was like super close to winning, it did not compare to the just overall amazingness of the Pink Whitney. So we put up against a just straight up unflavored rum versus a flavored vodka. What is the deal? Personally, I feel like with the Pink Whitney, it is something that, you know, it goes down really quick. It'll be gone before you know it because you're just constantly pouring it out, pouring it out. It's definitely something that, you know, is easy to drink a lot of, for sure. But overall, I think that when it comes to drinkability, it comes down to not just how easy it is going down, but, you know, if you can enjoy the full aspect of it. I think with the Bacardi Gold, it does have the full aspect. It's got the flavor. It's got the overall body. It's got the burn to it. It feels like a proper alcohol as opposed to Pink Whitney, which feels like a cocktail or a mixed drink bottled up. Nothing against it, really, if I were to be honest. But when it comes to like which liquor do I like more, it's a tough one. All right. I feel like I've made my decision. When it comes down to the Bacardi versus Pink Whitney comparison, the winner of this one is we're going with the Bacardi Gold. This one takes the cake because it has great flavor on top of having great drinkability. Whereas the Pink Whitney has great flavor, it lacks a lot of the main kind of drink characteristics that a hard liquor should have, like a noticeable burn or any sort of like mouthfeel other than just like a slightly refreshing, smooth mouthfeel. Whereas with the Bacardi, you get a whole lot of different mouthfeels. You get smooth, refreshing, then you get the little bite at the end, and then the burn. You know, it really feels like you're drinking a proper spirit. And I feel like for this one, for rating this, you know, based on the comparison of the liquor itself, you know, New Amsterdam, definitely fantastic on its own. Don't get me wrong. The pink lemonade combined with the New Amsterdam gives it a bit of a slight off-puttingness. Whereas I would honestly rather just prefer the New Amsterdam vodka by itself and add in a different kind of pink lemonade. I'd rather make my own Pink Whitney than have it in a bottle here. If we're comparing it to, you know, a proper solid liquor that it is what it is, you know, just the base product. So this one was an interesting one. We're going with Bacardi. Bacardi dethrones the Pink Whitney. I did like the Captain Morgan a little better because of the flavor, but when it came down to the comparison of the Captain Morgan and the Pink Whitney, I just liked the pink lemonade flavor more than the Captain Morgan vanilla flavor because it came down to a battle of the flavors. With this one, though, you know, the Captain Morgan didn't have as much mouthfeel as the Bacardi does, it being a stronger spirit than the Captain Morgan. So it was easier to kind of determine, like, okay, which flavor do I like better? But this one, you know, the Bacardi, I think there's more depth to it. I think there's more going on here. I appreciate it. I give it, you know, I gave it its rating, which you guys can check out the ratings for both of these bottles in my past videos. Check them out on the channel. But, yeah, we've had definitely a few shots. I'll take one more shot here to end the video, but I'm going to slow down after this. Whew! That is a lot of liquor there. Got a little spill, unfortunate. All good though. Just a quick little wipe, gets the job done. All right, well, folks, I'm going to wrap it up. It's another long video. I'm sorry. It's not 18 or 19 minutes, but still, I'm going to cut it off here. Thank you all for watching Wandering Alcoholics Reviews. I've been Ty_Drum signing off. And as always, folks, remember to pillage responsibly and skäl. Take care, everybody. Have a good one.